What's up? What's up? This is April Preyar, criminal defense attorney from Chicago, and I wanted to talk to you about this new policy that Chicago police released, I don't know, today, 7 or 11 or 12 or 15 hours ago. And it is about the foot pursuit policy. So I've seen several posts on my timeline talking about police can't chase you anymore in Chicago. That's not what the policy says. What the policy says, and I haven't read the actual policy, I've read several articles. So what it says is officers won't be allowed to chase people on foot if they suspect them of a minor offense, such as parking violations, driving on suspended license, drinking on a public way. But they can give chase if they believe the person is or about to commit a felony, a Class A misdemeanor, that's our highest misdemeanor in Illinois, such as domestic battery or a serious traffic offense that could risk other people. So people are rejoicing, saying we won't have any more instances like the two 13-year-olds who were shot. One was shot about a year ago, Adam Toledo, and he was killed. And then there was another 13-year-old who was recently shot, who was paralyzed. And then there's another individual, Anthony Alvarez, and they say that this policy was written with Anthony Alvarez and Adam Toledo in mind. Well, let's break that down. That's probably... Maybe that was the reason, but what I am not doing is I'm not rejoicing. Why am I not rejoicing? Because it doesn't mean that people are just going to take off running and get away from the cops, because the cops will still have the opportunity to craft their police reports in the way that serves them. They will still be able to craft their testimony in a way that serves them. And what that means is they can lie. So they can say, I thought I saw an illegal gun in the hand of a 15-year-old. That's why I shot him. I thought he turned towards us and was going to hurt us with a knife or a gun or a weapon. I thought I saw him do a drug deal, which would be a felony, and therefore when he started running, I chased him. This is not going to immediately change very much. I think police will get very creative about what they thought they saw. And just so you know, what they thought they saw carries a lot of weight, because as long as their actions are made in, quote, good faith in Illinois, guess what? That can still be the basis for a stop. So I thought in good faith that he was doing a drug deal, or that he was armed, or that he had just hit his sister, or that he had, done whatever. And remember, it does not just have to be a felony. It can be a misdemeanor. So a misdemeanor can be a retail theft for Walgreens of toothpaste. That's a misdemeanor. It can be a domestic battery, like it says in the report. It can be, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of crimes that police can say, I thought I saw, and that will be the basis for them giving chase and harming someone or killing someone. So I don't think, and they're talking about, first of all, this has to be rolled out citywide. All these officers have to be, quote, retrained. All that means is they're all going to watch a 45-minute video, by the way. It doesn't mean they're all going back to the police academy. It doesn't mean they're going to a boot camp. It means they're going to watch a video, and they're going to do like most of us when we watch a video: chew gum, play on Facebook, do 100 other things, check the box and say we watched the damn video, and then continue doing what we've always done. So I don't have a whole lot of hope. Well, they say in other cities where they've rolled out something similar that they have seen a reduction in deaths, injuries, etc. I don't have any faith in Chicago police, as I often say on here, because I don't care what happens in other cities. We are a huge metropolitan area. We have caught flack from the DOJ, from the Department of Justice. They have said that our department is basically a disgrace and that we do all kinds of dirty tactics. So I don't know why people are rejoicing that or why people are upset. I mostly see people on my timeline saying, oh my God, criminals can just run from police now. No. That is not what the policy says. if you have broken the law and you've committed a misdemeanor or you committed a felony, guess what? They're going to hot-foot it right behind you. So please stop spreading lies. I'm waiting to read the actual policy and not simply snippets from it I'm reading U.S. News right now. But I read U.S. News. I've read a couple of different articles. They all have the same snippets. I want to read the actual policy, and then I want to see if they're going to follow the actual policy, because I see a few defense attorneys on here watching this video, and we all know that very rarely does CPD actually follow its own policy. So yes, there's a new policy, and this is only foot chases, to be clear. I did a video earlier, a reel about high-speed chases, just because that's what was on my heart to talk about, because people get killed all the time. I had a client that police were chasing somebody else, and the person they were chasing, because of how they maneuver, he slammed into her house and the car exploded. The man was killed. Her house was on fire. She and her elderly sister had to flee the house. I've had another one where an off-duty police officer from another department got T-boned by these dummy cops who were chasing somebody for a minor traffic infraction. They broke his jaw. I mean, I get horror stories. So I did another video on high-speed chases, but this is not what the policy is about that CPD released today. It only pertains to foot chases. It is significant because they really didn't have any rules one way or the other. It really came down to what your field training officer taught you and what you believed once you assessed a situation if you were an officer. Now there will be something in writing that they are all supposed to follow, but there are a whole bunch of policies that they're all supposed to follow, that they all dump in the trash, turn a blind eye to, and play dumb and say, oh, I did something else in a good faith basis because I'm a crime fighter. So I just say all that to say we shall see what happens with this brand new foot policy that, of course, the dirty Lori Lightfoot is rejoicing about, and anything she rejoices about, April is very rarely rejoicing about as well. Peace.